make a quick training video. It's a quick, just something that I don't see many people acknowledge. And this kind of ties into something that I guess the guy who's pretty big on YouTube, Greg Doucette, kind of talks about called main gaining. And I think a lot of people take some of these things the wrong way because they feel judged for not having abs and stuff like that. It is crucial if you are training naturally for you to stay as lean as you comfortably can. For you to stay as lean as you comfortably can. Because when you're natural, you're not going to gain a shit ton of muscle anyway. Any fat you gain, you're going to have to take off at a certain point at cost of the precious muscle that you gained. Now it's far easier to gain fat than it is to gain muscle. And it's easier to lose fat than it is to build muscle. Another story for another day. But you want to excel and progress in your training through staying as lean as you possibly comfortably while still eating, good, satiating food, still having a burger and fries every now and then, still having your bread, still having, but you need to stay as lean as you can. And I'm gonna tell you why. I want to say his name right. I want to say Anthony Hawthorne, the Muscle Ant, who's a great power lifter, and I've heard a lot of older guys, natural and not natural, say this. You don't want to gain strength at the expense of gaining fat. You can't power lift at an elite level if you gain strength at the expense of gaining fat, because you won't fit into a weight class yet. You want to stay as lean and as functional as possible. You don't want to gain strength at the expense of fat. You don't really want to gain muscle at the expense of fat, if you can help it. Because at the end of the day, your goal is to perform at the greatest possible rate and for your body to be as economical as possible. Carrying a lot of extra fat, you're not economical. You want to be as strong and as small as you can be. If you look at combat sports, if you look at how soldiers train, soldiers don't want to get that big, but they want to be strong. They want to have endurance. Your powerlifting numbers will be more impressive if you stay as lean as you can, if you don't gain unnecessary body fat. And your physique will be more impressive if you stay as lean as you can and you don't gain unnecessary body fat. And generally, you'll be able to eat more and better because you generally won't have to diet. You can generally maintain. Every now and then, if you need to cut a little bit off, you cut a little bit back, maybe carb cycle. You generally want to stay within 5%, a few pounds of 10% beach body. If you can, you want to stay in that beach body abs range and still be able to throw around serious weight. You want to have abs and still be able to squat twice your body weight. You want to have abs and still be able to deadlift twice to 2.5 times your body weight. You want to have abs and still be able to bench press over your body weight. This is how you can really become optimal. Dare I say even elite. Because if you're a guy who should be walking around at 175 pounds and you have to get to 250 pounds to deadlift 500 pounds, that's not elite. But if you can deadlift 500 pounds at 180 pounds, that's knocking on the door of kind of elite, kind of advanced. You don't want to gain unnecessary fat. You will look better, you will feel better, you will function better, you will be able to fit into your clothes, and you will be able to consistently eat better rather than eating like a pig and then having a diet. That's not conducive to being happy, because you don't want to have to go 3 months without eating good food. And if you go 3 months with only pigging out, you won't even appreciate good food anymore. You want to stay balanced. You want to find a homeostasis, specifically if you don't want to compete, specifically if you want to stay natural. You want to be able to do as many pull-ups as you possibly can at your body weight. You want to be able to add as much weight to your pull-ups as you possibly can at your body weight. You want to maintain your natural frame. You do not want to put on extra body fat. You want to stay around 12%. Dare I say 10%, but I want to say 12% for most people. Me, I stay around 8%, 8 to 10%. That's how you stay elite. You want to think like an athlete. Athletes never want to gain unnecessary body mass. They never want to gain strength at the expense of non-optimal body mass. You want to think like a gymnast. You want to think like a fighter. You want to think like an elite powerlifter. And elite powerlifters understand that you don't gain unnecessary weight for strength. Now at the super heavyweight level, it's totally different. Those guys are built different. They have a different frame. They would be big regardless. So, in summation, you want to stay as lean as possible as you progress. As you progress in terms of gaining strength and gaining lean muscle, because that will allow you to live a higher quality of life. That will prevent you from having a crash diet. That will make your lifts more impressive. That will allow you to fit in small spaces, maintain your clothes, and just generally eat better every day. Stay lean, get strong, gain muscle, never at the expense of unnecessary body fat.